we're getting into part of the beach now where I know I occasionally do see folks in the water. I think maybe there are fewer rocks in this area, and you do see in the morning sometimes swimmers. As we get even farther down here, another few minutes, we'll probably see some swimmers doing their morning swims. You see quite a few of them on occasion. Just as a note, I used to live down in this area when I first came to Mazatlan. I'll show you the place I live because I lived right along the Malecon. And I will say this, that it took me a little while to get used to the noise and the hustle and bustle and all that. But once I got used to it, it was nice, actually. But boy, it can get really noisy, especially in the summer. Because, you know, we probably mentioned this before, in the summers when all of the Mexican folks come down to the beach area for their vacation, and they do it in June and July and August because, you know, school gets back in session by September, some even in August. So July is probably the big tourist month, and we're smack dab in the middle of that right now. Mariscos, los pulmoneros. Shrimp, all right. Cameron. Now, I'm not sure what happens. I haven't been here when we've been hit by a major hurricane. I would imagine this is pretty hectic if we have a hurricane coming through, because these places are pretty darn well exposed. But they're still here. So, you know, we'll see. Hopefully we don't have a test coming up for that. Let's spin back around here and see some more construction. Another building going up here, more for sale. I mentioned this before. You can still come here and get a condo. Depends on where you want to be, but you can still get a condo for, you know, $200,000 to $500,000. Located with a nice sea view, very modern. So, you know, still in terms of relative terms, it's still a pretty good value. You'll see bus stops all along here. Palapa Playa Bonita. Music and drinks. Lapa Guapa. Guapa. This one is a nice, they have a nice setup here. Ooh, they have a breakfast here too for 95 pesos. Looks like they do a regular breakfast. That's pretty nice. Under 100 pesos. So basically a $5 breakfast, something like that. depending on what the exchange rate is at the time that you're here. Now these are the real palapa restaurants as we've gotten closer to El Centro. Oops. These guys have been here a while. Another OXXO just off the block there, right behind these buildings. El Pirata Pirate. Nice. They've even got like tiled floors. That's pretty good. That's pretty nice. Palapa Gaviota. So, maybe a good idea. Come down and sit on the beach, find you one of these restaurants, have a few cervezas, some shrimp, you know, get some shade. The Hotel Hacienda. They have a little, obviously they have a regular restaurant, and they've got a little cafe where they're serving breakfast, desayuno. You can tell basically, I think, from maybe the amount of traffic that's going by now, we are really close to El Centro now. From these spots down here, as I said, it's a fairly easy walk into El Centro, the downtown area. But many people will catch the green bus, which takes you right into the heart of downtown, the Suarez Mercado. There's one of the green buses now. 13 pesos, people, wherever you're going. But they only operate, as I've said before, the green buses are the express. They operate along this area, Vista del Mar, Camarón Sábalo. They're all out along the ocean. They're along the water, all the way out to Cerritos. They don't go inland to the many of the local neighborhoods. For those areas, you got to catch one of the white buses, and you need to know which route you need to get on. But if your hotel is somewhere along the Malecon or along Camarón Sábalo, out in the Golden Zone or Sábalo Country, or if you're in Cerritos and you want to get downtown, you grab the green bus, 13 pesos. And it's comfortable. They're all air conditioned. So this time of year particularly, that's important. Altitude Restaurant and Bar. Now we're getting into my old neighborhood. So. And I'll show you, once I get past these folks here, we'll stop for momentarily, and I'll show you where we're headed, and then where we'll probably start off the next in the beaches of Mazatlan series. If you look directly across from where I am right now, you'll see swimmers in the water, and you'll see some construction going on across the way. And you'll see right at the edge of that, you'll see some waves breaking. That is the Los Pinos area. For you surfers, that's a really pretty good point break if you're into surfing point breaks. That's a pretty good spot to go. They also, at Los Pinos, you'll see when we do the video, they do have an area that's set up along the beach where they'll have vendors, you know, with like fresh seafood, what have you, cervezas, etc., etc. All right, the cleanup crew's out. They do have, the city does have a department that does go out and clean the beaches. When I do my morning beach walk and pick up trash, I usually run into their guy out at Playa Luna Bonita. But they only have, you know, they don't have a huge staff. So you get one guy will come out and he will take care of a certain beach, and he'll try to get as much as he can. And they do a pretty good job, but you know, still, it's much better if everybody will take care of their own trash, you know. Now here we're at an area where you'll see a number of people in the water. This area is a little bit better than farther north where we've walked before. This area doesn't have as many rocks. The water's pretty calm. You'll see swimmers out there doing their morning swims. We are now located right at the Fisherman's Monument, or the Pescador, Monumento de Pescador. And the locals have a name for it, and I don't know precisely what that is. Alma told me, and I can't remember exactly, but it has to do with the statue with naked people. The naked people. And they have apparently the people get a kick out of it because it's fairly close to anatomically correct, I guess. You see the now this is the area where I lived before, and I was only here for a couple months, but if you watched our video of the Carnival this year, Alma and I went back to my old apartment over here up on the deck, and that's where we filmed all of that. That's where we videoed that. But there's a park here for the kids. It has some water features. It has swing sets. There are vendors that are out daily. It has a little tiendita, or a little small convenience store type of thing where you can get snacks, so you can get some, like if you need some water play toys, you know, floats, things like that. Also, restaurants, the restaurant Playa Norte. And they have a basketball court here across the way. And I used to come out here, and they would have kids basketball tournaments going on the weekends. Was fun to watch. Yeah. And then every morning, if the noise from the night before at El Muchacho Muchacho Alegre didn't freak me out. I got to wake up every morning at about 7 o'clock to the Zumba and the dancing folks here, exercising. Every day they were out here. And to be honest, I mean, I'm up anyway. I get up at 5 o'clock, so it didn't really bother me. But you see a lot of people now take advantage of the water here because it's a little calmer. Now, if you look, I'll try to get you over there right now. If you look right above that banner showing helados, paletas, aguas frescas, snacks, the apartment directly above that, that's where I lived. That was my home. And here is the area that I used to hang out the most in, obviously. But right next to me, 107 is a nice little restaurant. If you're looking for something, the food there's really good. It started about half that size. It's doubled. Pizza Factory. If you're drunk and it's late at night and you just have to have something to eat, grab a slice. Otherwise, don't bother. Not very good pizza. The ice cream store is good. You can get some nice ice cream there. Then there's across the way here, right here, El Muchacho Alegre. It's food-wise, it's okay. It's pretty good. It's, you know, a little bit pricey because it's basically a tourist place. And I believe they've been here now like 10 years. But they do the music all day. This little place across the green building here, very good spot. That was one of my go-to spots right there. They do hot dogs, they'll do burgers, they do tacos, quesadillas. They're really good and they're reasonable and they're friendly people. So, you know, if you're down here, give them a shot. Now, I think they're only open in the evening. This place, Augustito Sunset, I believe this is new since I was here. Yeah, so they opened up sometime last year, probably last summer. Don't know anything really about it. I know there was a place there before that, you know, didn't seem to do too well, so who knows. But this whole area is easy to get into Centro from here. Now this area, if we're just past El Muchacho Alegre, and you will see here the pescadores, or the fishermen. This is where the local fishermen go out in the morning, get their catch, and they will bring it back here, unload it, and there is a market across the street, Pescadera del Mar. Some of it will end up there, but you can, what I'm told, keep in mind I'm allergic to fish, so I can't eat fish, but I am told that you can come here and you can buy fish right off the boat. I mean, in some of them they will clean it and do all that kind of stuff with you, but this is where the fishermen take off every morning, early every morning, and
está buena, te la compras aquí en la segunda. Está buscada y todo.
So we're going to end this right here because we're at where the fishermen are. I wanted to get you down this far. Now, if you go to this street right here, you will see there's a kiosco, which is like an OXXO, right here on the corner. You will see a food vendor, and you will see a 6 or 6. This is, if you go up that way, you'll head right into El Centro. And it's a pretty easy walk. You just go up over the hill and down, and you're right in by the Mercado. But pharmacies, pretty much everywhere you go. What I wanted to show, well, I'm going to turn back around for the fishermen first. More fishing boats, more, looks like they've all come in from their fishing overnight. We're going to shut it down right up here, but I just wanted you to see where the fishermen are. And I wanted to let you know, if you take the green bus from wherever you catch it north of here, you will come to this OXXO, and this is where the green bus gets off of the Malecon. It takes a left turn right here at this OXXO and heads up. You can see off in the distance, you see the Pulmonía heading up there, but you also see off in the distance the steeple of the church and the cathedral. The green bus takes off that way. They will go down, I believe it's 1 or 2 blocks, and take a left, and then on down into El Centro to the Mercado. So this is as far as you can get on the green bus coming this way if you want to be on the Malecon. So with that said, that's enough for today, and I want to thank you guys again for watching. It's been fun doing this. That was the longest. I didn't want to do a real long one, but this is such a long stretch of beach. Next one will start over at Los Pinos, which is just across the way there. And we'll head around that way, and we'll cover from there down to Olas Altas. Then we'll hit some of the other beaches. But for now, that's enough. Teddy signing off, saying Buenos dias, Mazatlan. Thank you for watching. And be sure to subscribe and like, and come back and see us every Thursday. We got something going on. So have a great day.